Alright, so the two titans of the valve core removal world. Well, this one ain't a titan yet, but it will be. Once people start getting this, they'll realize that it's beating the Appion hands down. Now, Appion has been king of the valve cores for a long time now. That's, they had the hoses came out with it, everything. It just, you do pull down so fast, and everybody's got these now. And I'm telling you, this right here is killing this. First off, okay, that is a torque release, so that you don't get amateurs in there over torquing valve cores. Second off, that is a valve, and it's a serviceable valve. You screw that out and there's two O-rings in there. You can clean it up and replace the O-rings if you start to notice any leakage. Secondly, that valve has an orifice, a very small orifice in it, and that orifice, if you go to charge liquid into the suction side, will automatically go ahead and vaporize that liquid for you so you don't damage the compressor. Genius. I mean, this is just, those in itself just killed the Appion, right? But now, what I want to tell you is this right here. They got a double O-ring in there. When I tighten that down and I go to pull that Schrader core out, now with the Appion, if you tighten this down to where it's not leaking, okay, and you go to pull that valve core, it gets stuck every time. You have to loose. This has to be relatively loose for you to be able to pull the valve core out. This one, I got it nice and tight. And you can see there's really no pressure on here. I let all the nitrogen out, right? I feel that dip. Turning, but it's not. It's already released. It's at torque. And I got two complaints on it. They should have put a little cap over this, a magnet cap or something over top of this. Because when you're going to pull a valve core out and you got a pressurized charge, that's a little uncomfortable on the thumb because you're usually pressing down and turning. It works, but I'd rather have a smooth surface. The second problem I got with it is this handle. Why did they put this big ass bulky handle on here? I mean, if they would have turned that down like right here and just left a little tab, real close to the body, it would have been. This is just too bulky, too much bulk. They should have came with a little short handle with a little tab on it so it stayed close and streamlined. You can't tell if it's open or closed because it's always over here. Whereas, we're used to, if we're across the body, it's closed. If we're in line, then it's open. This one, you just got to know the arrow. So you get used to it, but I would have rather had a little tab if they were going to do this anyway. They should have bent it down like right here so I had less bulk on that handle. I don't like the handle. And here's why I do like it. I'll put this on. That's tight with the seal. I'll use the same valve core remover. There we go, got my click. Came out. Oh, they got it this time. But a lot of times what will happen, if you have that tight, it'll catch that valve core and you'll come out with nothing. Especially when the pressure's a little low on it. So that's one of the things I don't like about the Appion. So the Appion doesn't come with a torque on the back, it comes with a magnet back removal tool. I kind of like the magnet. I've lost it because I'm packing up tools and it's stuck on a machine, and now I don't have the back anymore because of the magnet. It just gets stuck up in an inconspicuous spot, and next thing you know it's gone. So I no longer have the removal for my Appion. But it doesn't have the double O-ring either. It's just got like some big piece in there that's not standard. Whereas this one, I can remove those O-rings, get the O-ring that goes. It's got a big O-ring and a smaller O-ring, and I can replace the O-rings if I get them damaged or ripped or something, and it's not holding a proper seal. This one, I don't know where you get that from. Maybe they sell a kit. Probably be more expensive if you get that damaged and you have to replace it. This, so normally what I'll do when I got this set up, if I'm doing a recovery, well, not a vacuum, if I'm ready to pull a vacuum, I have my charging hose here. And I would have to put another valve core on here or some sort of a removal tool that had a handle that I could close so that I could put my vacuum gauge on there. If I wanted to set it up like that. But usually I'll put my vacuum gauge somewhere downstream on the suction side or something like that to get a better view of the vacuum on the unit. But this one has a valve, so if I did want to put my vacuum gauge on here, I can put my vacuum gauge on there and I can open and close it and always be on the system, so that if I closed off the vacuum, I could still see what was going on with that without having an extra piece on there. So now I can put my vacuum gauge here, and I can pull my vacuum hose off, put my charging hose on when I want to charge, and all I have to do is close this valve, and I'm not going to get any refrigerant into my vacuum gauge or have to take the vacuum gauge off and need another piece so that I don't get any air sucked in the process of that. I just close that valve, hook up my charging hose, open the valve, and I'm charging. Once I get my charge on there, you know, that's just great. And if I need to charge the suction side, I can take this off, put this on the suction side, put my charging hose on here, and there's an orifice. So when it's coming through that orifice, it's already expanding that liquid, because I mean, pretty much we're charging everything in liquid now. So it's already going to expand that liquid so that I get a vapor and I don't cause any damage to my compressor. I mean, this is, once guys start getting these and using them, and finding how practical they are, how much gear you don't have to add on to maybe end up having a leak, and now you got to change that piece out. This is going to take over the game. Now, Field Piece has one that came out. It's got a sight glass on it so that you can see if you got the valve core, but other than that, it hasn't innovated. This right here, big time innovation right there. That is big time. So yeah, this is gonna be the new king of the jungle, y'all. I'm gonna open this valve up so you can see the serviceability of it. Hold on 1 second. So there's that valve. It comes out of an orifice down here. Right there. That's where you're getting your vacuum from. That's that. Got an O-ring in there. O-ring seal at the bottom. O-ring seal here to open and close the valve. Real simple, real easy to change out. If it starts having some issues, this is just, you know, all I need is maybe 1, 2, 3 O-rings. 3 O-rings in that to keep it going. I think I'm going to have this for a long time until I leave it at a job site, or I lose it, or I let somebody borrow it. This thing is just going to last and last. I mean, if you don't have one of these, go get you one. That's all I'm saying. Go get you one of these and try it out. This is the new king of valve core removal tools. All right, y'all, I'm out.